he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So Texas offense will go on the attack first. And it's often said quarterback is the most high-profile position in sports. And when you have a guy like this, how could it not be?
Yeah, he's the guy that the defense is going to be keying on. They've had all week long to watch film to get ready for him. But, David, when you have his kind of athletic ability and his kind of arm talent, he is so difficult to stop.
Yeah, you can have all week. You can have all season. This guy is so dynamic at the quarterback spot. They trust him. They know what he brings to the table. This offense revolves around what he can do.
Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
Nice job by the quarterback, pre-snap and post-snap. He knew the defense was going to be playing zone coverage, and there was no doubt in his mind where he was going.
Breaks into the open. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Longhorns!
And these offensive coordinators tell you they want to start fast and they want to establish the run game. That is exactly what you did. First drive, you hand the football off, making the big explosive run, setting the tone for this football game.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Western Kentucky's offense has the ball for the first time. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Looking for a man. It's Rasmussen. Under fire. He's going to run it. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there. The Hilltoppers racing to the line in the hurry-up. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Jukes his way for more. Oh, he's still got more. He finds enough daylight and gets it out across the 45, out of bounds at the 47, and a big run there. The give to the back. Fighting off the defender. Nice stiff arm there, but the defense still able to stop him for a short gain.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
Brought down at the 39 after a pickup of 10. It'll be a first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Hilltoppers are moving quickly down the field. He's got him in the flat. And a 9-yard gain on first down leaves him with second and short. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Second down, they'll go to the air. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Got room on the return. Inside the 30. 10. And he will roll into the end zone. Touchdown, Texas!
And the defense sets the tone early in this football game. We're still in the first quarter, and this is looking like they're putting a complete game together. Offense scoring, defense scoring. Palmer, they're up 2 touchdowns already.
Yeah, you got to give this coaching staff credit. They have their guys ready to go, and this is what you call firing on all cylinders early in a game.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Western Kentucky offense back onto the field. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. Back to pass, it's Rasmussen. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. The Hilltoppers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play at second and a mile. Wants to go up top. Here's the pressure. Snagged in the middle. It's Rasmussen. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down. Horns up and ready to hook him seriously. pressure coming. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
And this is not the start this guy envisioned in this game. He's already thrown a pick six here in the first quarter, and now he takes a sack. You got to wonder if that pick six rattled him a little bit. And if he's out here now seeing ghosts, he's got to get to the sidelines. He's got to shake the cobwebs off. He's got to be able to turn the page and have a short memory, because this thing is going in the wrong direction for their signal call.
Handoff to the lone back. Turning it on. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Quickly complete. They finally get him on the ground, and this junior turning in a big play after the catch.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon, and he's putting his defense up.
And you race it to the house. Touchdown, Longhorn! These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They are going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
The Hilltopper offense comes onto the field again. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
And the Hilltoppers headed quickly to the line.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast, they want to crank up the tempo.
Punts it out of the air. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Backed up now, here's second and long. Rides the back on the option to give. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. The Hilltoppers line up trying to move the sticks on third and short. To the ground to try to pick up the first. He's not even going to make it back to the line of scrimmage as the defense gets big-time penetration. And here comes the punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Special teams coming through as they pin them back. They'll mark it dead at the 10. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. They could not have drawn up a better start than this, already up 21-0. Rumbles ahead for 6 and all the way out to the 16.
And that adds to a successful day. 100 yards rushing on the day. That's what you strive for. Usually when you hit that 100-yard mark, a lot of times you're saying, my offense is going to win, my team is going to win. He's at the 100-yard mark, so that's a good thing for the offense.
It's first down from their own 23-yard line. Running back searching for a hole. Not a lot of room, but found his way ahead for 2 out to the 26. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Looking to pass, it's Garrison. The quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. Swings it out to his running back. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
Great job, too, by the QB there. Holding the ball as long as possible, allowing the pass rush to get upfield, and at the very last second, getting it to his guy so that he can go get the first down.
And they're not on the same page there.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball.
There he goes. And he was on his way, and they get him down at the 30.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
And the Longhorns want to move quickly. Looking downfield on first down. He'll be pushed out of bounds just short of the end zone, and that one saved a touchdown at least for now. The Longhorns can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Touchdown, Texas! Quick strike through the air for the score.
How explosive is this offense, right? They rev it up so quickly. Speed, playmaking ability, versatility, running, throwing, NFL talent all over the place. And after that last touchdown, they've already blown this game wide open. And guys, we're not even through the first quarter yet.
Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Scanning the field, it's Rasmussen. Makes the grab, it's Harris. Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. While we're only through one, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat line. Big turning point as we head into the second and get this game rolling again. First play of the period, first down here. Let's go. He'll start this drive firing. Fires deep toward the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score. Working well behind the sticks on second down. The give to the lone running back. Oh, he's got some space. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Finds his man. It's Harper. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The Longhorns have it with a 1st and 10. To the air on first down. Takes the easy completion. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Well, it's important in this game this offense gets the running back involved out in the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense some...
Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He'll try to take it back. He's at the 40. The 20. Touchdown, Western Kentucky. The defense gets it done with that huge interception return. What about the speed from that defender on the return?
He's showing you, Reese, like, listen, it's not just wide receivers that can do that. I can take this thing to the house. I got some moves. Watch this. Unbelievable job flipping the field. Offense about to score. Defense makes the huge plays and gets points out of it.
Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Here comes the Texas offense. Quickly to the tight end. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw. It's Garrison. Looking to scramble. Flips it out to the back. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning. And the Longhorns now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Moving out to the right. Throwing on the run. And it's incomplete. Good play downfield by the DB.
Well, I love the effort by the quarterback, right? He gets a little bit of pressure. He's able to scramble to his right, extend the play, and he tried to take a shot deep down the field, just not on the same page with his intended target.
He throws into the middle of the field. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down. The Longhorns will call on their punt team. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Just needs a crack to get a return. And they'll bring him down to get the... They'll run it. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. The short hands, it's Rasmussen. Still running at the 40. That defense got gas, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47.
That is a total bust by the defense. You can't go out there with 6 DBs and allow a wide receiver to be that wide open, make the catch, and then even make a nice run after it. Somebody made a big mistake in the back end.
He makes a little bit of headway and is pushed out of bounds at the 43. 2nd down coming up. Looking to fire. Gets it to the back. Inside the 30. He gets it past the first down marker, and a really nice job to set up that screen and move the sticks. And the Longhorns are moving quickly down the field. They'll leave it with him. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Dropping back, it's Garrison. Grab near the marker. It's Paul. Touchdown, Longhorns! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. Leaves it with the running back. Got the first down. Looking for more. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Man, sometimes it just gets frustrating, and you've just been beat down all day. This defense hasn't had answers, but now you can't let them run the football and just run it down your throat and be physical. This defense has to do something different and find a way to make something happen.
Working on the right. Breaks into the open. Just making a huge play, and he sets him up all the way down at the 14. That big play has this defense reeling, and now they'll snap it 1st and 10 from the 14. From the red zone, looking for a man. Touchdown, Texas! Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Wants to go up top on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Rasmussen. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Looking to throw on first down. Trying to burn this defensive back. He can't haul it in, incomplete. They took a shot, but that's how we'll wrap up the half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, you've been calling a first-rate game so far from Austin today. And it's clear, the aerial attacks of both teams have been relentless. They've been burning each of these secondaries like toast. Just an assault on the defensive game plans, if there even were defensive game plans. Gotta think, fellas, based on the first 2 quarters, we're going to see every route in the route tree again in this second half. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at DKR.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. The Longhorns will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. And he'll just take it. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36. The Longhorns in a good spot here with second and short. To throw, it's Garrison. Caught near the sticks, it's Rasmussen. Stopped at the 47 after a 10-yard gain.
Well, this defense is going to have to find a way to start mixing up their coverages. They're in a tough spot. They're down right now, so most people would think the opponent would be running the ball, but when you've had the success these guys have had throwing it, you're going to see more shot plays, and you better change your looks up and try and get a takeaway to get back in this game.
And the Longhorns will have it first and 10. The give to the back. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. The Longhorns can really attack on this second and short. Back to pass. He'll try to do it himself. Turning it on. The chunk plays that they love, and he takes it all the way down to the 10.
He's showing you all the tools in the toolbox now. We saw earlier in the game his ability throwing the football, and now you're getting to see it with him running too. This guy is the definition of a dual-threat quarterback, and right now, this
touchdown Longhorns! And they take it in for 6 more. They'll give it to the back. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2. And the Longhorns with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Back to pass on 2nd down. Complete to the right. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
A lot of smiles right now on this offense. They've got a big lead, and they're just having fun out there. They're still throwing the football. These receivers are still getting open. Pass protection is still great. This quarterback's thinking to himself, man, I'm going to be padding my stats here in the second half of this game because everything we're down.
Oh, there's an alley to the left. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. This offense just gets a bolt of energy when they get a play like that. Now they're in the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 20. And wings it incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Trying to find the end zone. And he'll go out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they've got it right on the doorstep. The Longhorns will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. Touchdown, Texas! They'll go to the ground. There he goes. They get it out to the 36 and on the move after a pickup of 15. They came out humming on this drive, and now it's 1st down from the 36. Looking to the big tight end. A strike downfield. A massive pickup on that one, and they're in business at the 21.
Well, I love play callers that want to stay aggressive regardless of what the score is, regardless of how much time is left on the clock. And I promise you this, there are a lot of fans, there are a lot of teams all across college football that are paying attention to what is happening right now.
The screen, he's got wheels. To the ground with the back. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be 1st down. Offense in an empty set. Dropping back, it's Garrison. Fires to the right. Intercepted. Guess even a Heisman Trophy contender can have a miscue. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. They finally get him stopped, but this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play. Big play out of the gate to start this drive, and here they come again. With the catch, it's Rasmussen. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down. New set of downs after the completion. Looking to throw on first down. And that one's incomplete.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
They'll run the screen. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down. Leaves it with the back. Finds a little bit of room. Give him a couple down to the 23.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. The Longhorns with the 1st and 10. Now from inside the red zone. Got his man on the right. Takes it all the way down to the 4 after making the grab, and they're set up. The offense threatening. Close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. Fires into the end zone. And the Longhorns backed up deep in their own end, trying to create a little space on first down. From his end zone, looking to throw. Got to take care of the ball. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but second down coming. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. From his end zone, he'll go up top. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message.
Going for the big play. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays, and they've had a great day so far.
On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Got his man quickly. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. Fast completion moved the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. Wants to throw again. Forced out of the pocket. They're working that left side. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The officials move it 5 yards back, and it's 1st and 15 for this offense. Going for it all. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on first down. And now on 2nd down for this offense. They'll try the run. Looks as if he'll work his way forward and get it up to about the 11-yard line.
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like, just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they built this lead. They've had a great...
Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his way toward a windshield, and they did splatter them. An absolutely dominating performance.
You got to give the coaching staff a ton of credit. They obviously had their guys ready to play and motivated right from the opening kick. All 3 phases we saw, just spectacular football. No mental mistakes, David. You really can't play better than that.
Nah, it's really fun to do this. Come out and just dominate opponents. Start from finish. Nothing to worry about. You just know you're better. You're going to do you, put up a bunch of points, and win by a lot of points.
Now These two programs have defined conferences, won national titles, and no matter what happens, they find their way back to each other. And when these two meet, the whole nation pays attention. Glad to have you with us from the original Cotton Bowl, located on the fairgrounds in the heart of Dallas, Texas. As we'll see, the number 13 team in the country, the Oklahoma Sooners, taking on one of the participants from last year's playoff, the Texas Longhorns. 3A Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. And the Sooners will kick it away to start. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So the Texas Longhorns offense will dial up the first ball plays in this one. You can't help but think back to last year, Jesse, when Oklahoma figured out a way to win that close game.
And Reese, Texas has been reminded every day this past year about losing that game close.
Oh, he's got some space. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10. To the air, it's Garrison. Steps away to find some room. Takes the easy throw in the flat. After 45 on his way. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line.
One of the things I love about this offense is they're very versatile in their passing attack. They throw to receivers and tight ends, and the screen game is big as well. This guy is a weapon. You're seeing that here early.
Pulls it in. It's Rasmussen. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down. The Longhorns come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. They get him off his feet after a pickup of 5 down to the 25. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Wants to go up top. Quickly complete. He'll go out of bounds at the 18-yard line. Down to the 18-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Power football with the run. Still on his feet. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Longhorns!
And they talked about it this week with us. They talked about wanting to start this football game fast. Nothing like taking the opening possession, using your script to your advantage, and then getting closer and exerting your physicality, running the football in, off to a hot start for this offense.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Oklahoma's offense will have its first possession of the game. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, David.
Yeah, it was a great week. And watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick. The ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will, a really nice day. And I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust after that performance. So I'm anticipating the playbook to expand a little bit in this game, maybe see some new schemes in the passing game just based on what this guy was able to do the last time he took the field.
Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires deep on the run. And it's knocked away, incomplete on 3rd down. The Sooners will punt this one away.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable third and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. Here come the horns. They've got it again on offense. Handoff to the single back. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff. Once you get in conference play, it means a lot every single week.
What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. He fought him off for a while, but that's what they mean by dang tackling.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. Here on 3rd down for this offense. Back to throw, it's Garrison. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. They've decided to try to go for the field goal here. Splits the uprights right down the middle. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Fires to the wideout. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Use the play fake, down a throw. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. The Sooners trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. 2nd down, he'll throw it. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. He won't get there, and it'll bring up 4th down. And the Sooners line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll take it on the return. He couldn't find much running room there, didn't get a lot of blocking, and he'll step out of bounds. They'll put it in play from the 36 for the first play of the drive. To the air, it's Garrison. Somehow fits it into that traffic. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. They go to the ground. Powers through the defender.
And man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Trying to make magic on the scramble. Doesn't quite make it to the 1st down marker. He's a yard short.
And that's a pretty good job by this defense. Like, they understand it's 3rd down. They understand the situation. They drop back. And I love the defensive back with vision on the quarterback. He sees it, right? He takes off the scramble. He's like, no. You're not getting this 1st down.
Big man has it. It's a 1st down and more. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a 1st down.
That tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. Fourth down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it, but when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. They wanted to strike first and strike hard, and they've been able to do that here in the first quarter as we take a look at the stats. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the second period and they try to find a way to answer. So first down here as they go back to work. The give to the tailback. Drives ahead for 3 to the 27-yard line. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Looking for a man. It's Garrison. Good timing on the quick out. He was working his way toward that goal line. They'll stop him at the 2 after a big play up top.
Another first down. Man, this defense couldn't stop a nosebleed right now. It's that bad.
And the Longhorns have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. And they get nothing. The ball remains at the 2-yard line. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Looking to fire. Extending the play. Can't hang on in the end zone, and that one is going to drive him crazy when he watches it. It'll be 3rd down. Trying to pick up a first down. Wants to throw for it on 3rd and goal. And he was going for the touchdown there, and they couldn't make the connection.
Well, I love the coverage on defense. In the red zone, everyone's got their eyes on the quarterback, and they're flying to the football, and you saw that there on the incompletion.
4th and goal from the 2. Can they finish this drive? Touchdown, Texas! Fit it in the window for the score. No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in week 6.
And I like the decision to go for it. I think a lot of people probably thinking this close to the goal line, 4th and goal, they're going to power it in. Nice job. They had this play ready. They go with the pass. Nice throw, nice catch. Huge job and huge execution on 4th down.
Now the Oklahoma offense will go back to work. They've fallen into this big hole, and they are pretty desperate for answers right now. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup. The Sooners will hustle to the line. Play this game in the shadow of Big Tex. You can get a corny dog out there, play carnival games, and see one of the great rivalries in the sport, David.
It's great.
And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting them the football, letting them get some positive yards.
On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. The coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. Basically everything they've tried has worked, scoring a couple of touchdowns and a field goal in their first 3 possessions. A most efficient pickup of 6 on first down. It's 2nd and 4. Looking to throw, it's Garrison. Got him, and nobody's close. Shoved out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 15-yard line, and this offense is doing work. That big play has them in business. 1st and 10 inside the 20. The give. Brought down, but not before he bowled his way inside the 10 to the 8. Going to work on 2nd down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Back to pass. It's complete. He gets it in. Touchdown, Longhorns.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Sooner offense back onto the field. They face a pretty tall mountain here, Jesse, down 24, but if they're going to climb it, this is a good time to start.
Sense of urgency's got to be big right here. You just get the feeling at this point of the game, David, they've got to score on this drive. Obviously, their defense needs to get stops, but at this point, offensively, they've got to execute much better.
They got to be super aggressive. Down 24, you're going to need 3 touchdowns, 3 two-point conversions, everything to kind of go your way. So fast and throwing the football.
Well, that receiver's looking at his teammates like, guys, what's up? You're not going to block for me on the screen? Seriously? No, I just lost yards on a screenplay. How does that happen?
They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. And the defense had his hands full, but they finally wrestle him down short of the first down. The Sooners will try to pin them back with the punt. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. Give to the running back. They stop him cold, maybe gets a yard to the 34. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Back to pass, it's Garrison. Still looking, on the move. Got the back over the middle. Breaks into the open. He got loose, almost housed it, finally dragged down at the 32.
He came into this year with big expectations. Everybody expecting him to stat it up. And now with that last completion, he's already over 2,000 yards passing for the season.
Here's the handoff. Pulled down after a pickup of 4 to the 27. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. And here comes the offense on second down. Wants to go up top. He's got it. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense. First and goal from the 7. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. They keep pushing forward, now back to work on second and goal from the 6. Looking to fire. Here he goes, breaking the pocket. Got his man on the outside. Touchdown, Texas! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. They'll start this drive going to the air. Slings it downfield. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Quarterback floating away from pressure. Got room at the 35. Made a defender miss. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line. And the Sooners want to pick up the tempo. Looking downfield on first down. Under fire. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock it down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. That last sack got them behind the sticks. It's second and long here. Back to pass. Oh, they're after him. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
Boy, this defense is ridiculous. On point. They know how to rush the passers. Multiple guys getting it done. 5 sacks, and we are still in the first half.
And the deflection by the defense brings up fourth down. The Sooners will line up to punt it away. He'll try to really get into this one. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. They've got time, they've got the lead, and David is sort of like a doctor. First, do no harm.
Do no harm, but also momentum is hard to create and sometimes hard to stop. You have it, so Jesse, don't do anything stupid to create some momentum for the other side.
I think a lot of this comes down to your quarterback and whether or not he's making good decisions in this game. If yes, be aggressive. If not, let's just take the lead into halftime and get ready for the second half.
Now the play fake. Pocket breaking down. Under heat, and he gets rid of it. Oh, it's picked off. Touchdown, Oklahoma! The defense does to work itself with a pick six.
And they come up with a huge pick six, and that is one of the reasons this defense has been so dominant all season long. They don't give up big plays, but they take the football away. And once they do, they've got better athletes than you do. They're hard to bring down. They can flip the game on a dime.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Looking downfield, it's Garrison. Grabbed over the middle, it's Rasmussen.
Well, this offense told us coming in they were going to challenge this secondary early and often. They were going to use their speed to their advantage and take advantage of this quarterback's.
Lofts one high and deep. And that'll be incomplete, man. That would have been a big hitter on first down, but second down's coming up.
This is going to be a tough situation for the offense here. Late in the first half, they're trying to find a way to generate some points before going into the locker room, but the defense is ready for it, so the windows are not...
Turning it on! Knocked out of bounds at the 46 after the good pickup on that one.
And they executed that running back screen to perfection. Quarterback held on to it. He let the rush get to him. Offensive lineman got out in position.
He's taking the shot. And the pass is incomplete, and there's a penalty flag down, and no big secret why. That receiver was being mauled by the defender.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. You simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
And in the closing moments of the first half, they'll try to put a 3-spot on the board. And that is no good. And guys, this will stay a 24-point game. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Man, great energy in that building. There always is when these two get together. And a fun first half between these rivals. And how can we begin our analysis of that first half without singing the praises of one of the elite backs in football? Racking up huge numbers on the ground, even throwing the occasional block. This kid is the total package. And if this defense doesn't adjust his strategy, he could be headed towards a career day. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how this rivalry matchup plays out.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. The Longhorns will kick it away to crank up the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Oklahoma has it again, and here comes the offense. They start this third quarter in a big hole, and they have to start climbing out right now.
And they're going to have to be really aggressive. It's like this offense, when I'm playing from behind, every possession means so much more. And if you look the other side of the defense, they haven't given much resistance.
Yeah, nothing has gone their way in the first half offensively. And you know now, based on how this defense is playing with their confidence, that you are going to be challenged on every single snap. So buckle up, get your mind right, and get ready to come back in this game.
This offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. Sends it back in motion. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Running into the open space. It's a fumble on the play. There he goes. Oh, the fumble, and the defense got it. Touchdown, Longhorn! This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Kickoff unit field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead.
Man, defenses are always trying to force turnovers, to get the ball back to their offense, make those big plays. You know what the cherry on the sundae is? When you force the turnover, the pill hits the ground, you scoop it up, and you take it all the way back to the house. Huge play for this defense.
Makes the quick grab. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Quick release by the QB. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. Offense goes on the attack on 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to go up top. Throws to the wideout. He's got an open man. They finally get to him. A what a play there to pick up the 1st down. The Sooners are rolling down the field. Looking for room. It's Marco. Moves it forward just a bit to pick up a 1 to the 35.
Yeah, and this has been tough sledding. All right, this offense has really struggled to move the football, and this game's all but over. But here's the thing, man. Thank God you don't play this defense every week. And let's continue to work here and find something we do good and build maybe a little bit of momentum so next week we play a little bit better football.
Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be 1st down. And the Sooners come to the line with a new set of downs. Off the play fake on 1st down. Dances away. Oh, he's got some space. And he'll have to check his fillings after that lick, but he did get the 1st down. The Sooners trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. They want to throw it. Big fella moving. Touchdown Sooners! Made the grab and took it on in for the score. A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target and make the big play, get the touchdown.
Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Here comes the Texas offense. The running back has it. They knock him down, but not before he gets it out to the 21-yard line. Pick up a 4. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. To the air, it's Garrison. Here's a heat. Out of the backfield, he's open. Brought down at the 31 after a pickup of 10 yards on that one. And they'll line up from the 31 on 1st down.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy and that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? 2nd down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just find the back. He'll go do something positive with it. This guy is a weapon. You got to find him in the passing.
Rush is on him. Quarterback adapting. Takes the easy one to the back. Across the 45. And he is marked out of bounds after another big gain. This aerial attack has had no problem moving the ball with chunk plays. The offense sets up shop at the 46 on 1st down. And he's wrestled to the ground.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
Bringing the heat. Keeps looking downfield. Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet. They've got it down to the 32. 1st and 10 coming. The give to the back. He's up to 81 yards rushing, and that should be no surprise. He's been among the nation's elite all season. The Longhorns with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Grabbed in the middle. It's Rasmussen. Now the connection takes it to the 11. And with that one, he's now over 3 bills for the game.
And there's 2 reasons why, Reese. He's made good decisions, and he's been accurate throwing the football all game long.
And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Back to throw, it's Garrison. It's complete to the left. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. And it's picked off right at the goal line. The 50, the 40. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Oklahoma! What a play! Not only the interception, but the great return for the score. It is one thing to come up with the interception. No, don't stop there. And the quarterback goes down, but there is a penalty flag down, and I think the offense is going to pick up the first down. The defense is offside. That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Single back formation, and they give it to him. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32. And the Longhorns can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Unloads to the right. Got the tight end outside. And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as they get him down at the 37. That kind of play will put a jolt into a drive. It's 1st and 10 from just inside the 40. Flushed out of the pocket. Finds his back in the middle. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Running back searching for a hole. And brought down. Looks as if that's how we'll end the third. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. They had a chance to mull things over, and let's see how they start the final period here on second down. Back to throw, it's Garrison. Quarterback on the move, still looking. A little release to the back. Breaks into the open. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. Lots of good stuff on that play. You slow down the rush, you get a completion, and you move the chains.
And most importantly, you're right. You don't force a short yardage situation that you have to get. Nice job. Invite that rush up the field. Take advantage of the aggressiveness of the defense. Make the catch, make the run, get the first down.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. Looking to fire. He's got him still on his feet. Touchdown, Texas! And the stomping has commenced. That'll give them a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5. Texas fighting them through the air and on the ground, reminiscent of Colt McCoy's big day against them in 2009.
Yeah, just doing whatever they want. And this is a good spot to be. Listen, Texas gets a highly recruited kid at quarterback every single year. Can this be the guy that takes them to the next level? Today is a good day.
He's got him. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. So now it's second and long. Corners right up on that line of scrimmage. Quick completion to the right. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And I don't like the play call, guys. Screen pass at this point of the game against the defense playing big zones, prevent, trying to keep the ball in front. It's just not going to work. You've got to take shots offensively.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35. The Sooners will snap it on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Just missed on the connection, incomplete.
I would not want to be the offensive coordinator right now. This offense has a hard time completing the forward pass and making plays. And now you're down, and they know to rush the passer. They know the pass is coming. I'm not sure what the answer is because this offense is just struggling in the passing game.
Well, the defense came into this one knowing if they stop the pass, they win the game, and they have done that. Their guys have won one-on-one on islands. They've been able to get to the quarterback. They've been mixing up their looks. They haven't even allowed 100 yards passing in this one, and that's why they are way ahead.
Turning it on! They are finding soft spots. Defense, he's got it down to the 25. And the Sooners are moving quickly down the field. Using his legs, it's Marco. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Well, you got to give the defense credit. They knew a big key in this one was slowing this dude down, especially after how well he played the last time out. They have been swarming him, they have been gang tackling him, and getting a lot of penetration up front.
He is going nowhere. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. He's got his man. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. The quick out. He goes out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. With that last catch, he now breaks the 1,500-yard mark for his career.
And that's a pretty good accomplishment, man. Hitting 1,500 yards, that speaks to your consistency, your durability, and your playmaking ability, Palmer, to consistently make plays. Because when you got those guys as a quarterback, you find
it's pretty nice. 1,500 yards, obviously a great number. The cool thing about him, though, he doesn't care about the stats. This guy just wants to win week in, week out. He's hungry, and he's made plays throughout his career.
2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Trying play action. Makes the grab. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. They'll back him up with a holding penalty this time. They've spent most of the day backing them up with sacks anyway. This defense just can't get off the field. The offense unstoppable. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
And I absolutely love what this defense is doing, man. You know exactly what time it is. You've got a big lead. They're going to have to throw the football. So more nickels, more dimes. Bring the speed on the field and get ready to play the pass.
He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him at the 16. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. And that one is picked up in the end zone. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play, and I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver is going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
Looking downfield, it's Garrison. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. The Longhorns decide to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Surprisingly makes a fair catch just outside the 40-yard line. So we'll see this offense make its way out to start the drive. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Second down, they'll go to the air. Gonna take a shot. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge game if he could have held on. Some third down conversions tougher than others. This one a long one on third down from the 43. From the gun, wants to pass. Here comes the heat. They get to him as he throws. Misses again. It's incomplete, and that's 3 in a row. Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Lost one deep down the right side. And he's on his way. He'll go all the way. Touchdown Sooners!
On these critical fourth downs, as a quarterback, you've got to find your best matchup, and they didn't just get the first down. He had his guy one-on-one. He took a shot, and it pays off for a huge score.
That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick. And here come the horns. They've got it again on offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles. And those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
We've reached a 2-minute timeout. In all likelihood, they could just run the clock out. We'll see if they want to rub a little salt in the wound. Behind the chains now on second and long. He's got it down the middle. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. And the Longhorns come to the line with a fresh set of downs. To the air, it's Garrison. He's got it on the move. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Starting to feel a little pressure. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. They'll try to power their way ahead. That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on third down. And here they come going for the first down on 4th and 2. Touchdown Longhorns! And the beatdown has ensued. They build this fourth quarter lead and they are just minutes away from going 5-0. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Hey, guys, we've got a final in a game that just wrapped up here in the SEC. Arkansas delivered the type of thrashing generally reserved for homecoming games in Fayetteville. Thing is, this was a road victory, and a win like this is going to resonate throughout the SEC.
Shakes off the defender.
Always interesting to see good SEC teams collide, and today was no different. The agony and ecstasy of college football, fellas.
Kevin, thanks a lot. There he goes!
And he finally breaks when they get rewarded. They've been trying to run the football, Palmer, but just haven't had success all day.
Yeah, and the staff never gave up on him, too, right? They kept giving him opportunities, and maybe that's the run.
He'll take a shot. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. After the incompletion, they go back up top. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down. Trying to pick up a first down. On third and long, he has to throw for it. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. They get the timeout, and the clock reads 3 seconds. Punt is on its way. Not going to get a chance to field that one, and the punt will bounce out of bounds. It was the Longhorns who will ride off into the sunset with the coveted Golden Hat Trophy after beating their despised rival to the north. That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football. They say games are played on the field and not on paper, and that's a good thing. Because if this one were played on paper, it might get ugly, but you never know what's going to happen. Welcome to Austin, Texas, and DKR, home of the Texas Longhorns. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Arkansas Razorbacks, taking on a participant from the playoff last year, the Texas Longhorns. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. The Razorbacks will boot it away to start the game. On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. So Texas's offense comes onto the field first today. Blowouts in rivalry games can be the result of a number of factors. Sometimes teams start pressing, sometimes it just gets away, sometimes they didn't have the right mindset. The last time they got together, lopsided. What happens this time, David?
But either way, last time affects this time, because all you've heard about is we weren't even competitive. This is a rivalry game, a big-time game. We didn't show up. We dishonored our previous teams and squads, and we've got to do better. That's all they've heard coming into this game, Brian.
Yeah, David, I think that was the story the last time these teams played. One team handled the emotion of the game better than the other team. You've got to be able to play within yourselves and play one snap at a time. That last game got away from the losing team. I don't expect that to happen today.
Moving out of the pocket. Dumps it off in the flats. No sirree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one. The Longhorns with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Looking to throw, it's Garrison. Got it in the middle, it's Harper. Snowed under by the defense.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide those linebackers toward that wide receiver so you got a little more help on the outside.
Third and short like that on your own side of the field, you're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls incomplete.
Big tight end makes the grab. First down, still on his feet. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. The Longhorns have their offense in high gear. They'll leave it with him. He breaks a tackle. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. 9-yard pickup on first down, and now they can take a shot on second and short. Back to pass. Throwing right. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
And that's a really good start for this defense. But I tell you what, they're going to have more opportunities because they're going to throw the football a lot. They're in the top 10 in passing in college football for a reason. So this defense is going to have to play great, make plays on the ball like that all game long. And
the Longhorns have it with a 1st and 10. Leaves it with the running back. Got some room under the goal line. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Texans! The Longhorns come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Give to the single back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease.
Oh, he's got some space. And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21.
Quarterbacks love receivers that can do damage once they have the football in his hands. No doubt there. Easy slant, completion, and then let your receiver go make hay once he has the ball.
It's incomplete. Good job by the defense sticking with its coverage.
When the quarterback leaves the pocket, I have to know that. You could tell the defense did. They did a great job skewing towards him, moving towards Brady.
Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
And really good job getting to the quarterback. That's priority number one, trying to get pressure on him, get him to the ground is a bonus. They had 6 sacks in their last game. They got to keep building on that number if they want to keep stacking wins.
They'll send out the kicker here. That one was leaking and losing. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. They've built a quick double-digit lead now to try to get this offense really humming. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Dropping back, it's Garrison. Buys a little time with his feet. Floats it out in space. At midfield, he's got room. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. No matter how many times they tell you to look for it, it is tough to defend a perfectly executed screen.
Yeah, because I'm trying to go get the quarterback, and everything looks like pass, but when you see it, when you see that screen, you got to retrace your steps, get back in the play. Nice job by the offense. The defense just has to recognize that a little bit sooner.
One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to it.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. The give to the back. Breaks into the open. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave a little bit of everything on that one. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. Man, that was an impressive and dominant first quarter. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on. Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. They'll run it on 1st and goal. And he takes it in. They'll give it to the back. Good blocking, good running, pickup of 6 out to the 30. And the Longhorns in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Looking to throw, it's Garrison. Quick completion on the out route. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll go to the ground. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. The Longhorns with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Quarterback strolling away from Heat. Grab near the marker. It's Rasmussen. They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to the 27. The Longhorns have this offense rolling. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Gets it inside the 25, down to the 22-yard line with a pickup of 4.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Handoff to the lone back. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. He's got it on the run. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be first and goal. And the Longhorns, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. Under fire. Flips it out in the flat. Touchdown! To the ground with the back. He's got 93 yards on the ground, and he's been terrific all season, ranking in the top 10 in rushing. And guys, with the empty backfield on second and short, might they take a shot here? Caught, close to the marker, it's Rasmussen. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. They are dialed in on this drive, a couple of chunk plays, and now they'll snap it on first down. Caught over the middle. It's Harper. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
All right, second quarter, getting closer to the half. Offense is still having a lot of success stringing some first downs together. Defense is going to need to figure something out before they get to halftime.
He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. Going to work on second down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Touchdown! We'll see what this offense can do sitting inside its own 20. Leaves it with the back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. The Longhorns come to the line in the hurry up. Looking for a man. It's Garrison. Now he's going to break the pocket. Trying to buy a little time, and he cannot, but he does get it back closer to the line of scrimmage. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Tight end finds a soft spot. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. On fourth down, they'll pass for it. Fires to the big fella. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. Wants to throw on first down. Here's the pressure. Got room to work. Turning it on. That defense got gassed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. Pressure coming. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. The offense will quickly use a timeout. It's second and long now as this defense has some energy after that last sack. And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, rivalry games always bring out a ton of emotions, and they were on full display in that first half. And talk about a first half for the dude in that backfield. That coaching staff has been giving rave reviews on a weekly basis, and through 2 quarters today, he's been a complete game changer. He's breaking the will of this defense, and that's something that's just very tough to quantify. That said, let's get back to the field and our guys in the booth to see who comes out on top of this rivalry contest.
And it'll be a touchback. So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. They still have a cushion, but you don't want to feed that hope with unproductive drives. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass, it's Garrison. Steps away. Swings it out to the flat. Crosses the 35. Lowers those pads. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. They'll try the run. There he goes. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. And the Longhorns are marching down the field. To the air on first down. Floating away. He'll pull it down. He'll be forced out of bounds at the 28. Line getting set on 2nd down. Hands it off. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
And running really has been the key on this drive, guys. Lots of success right there. They generate another explosive play. Their success running the ball, big reason why they've been able to put up a lot of points and have a really nice lead in this one. And now back in the red.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. Power football with the run. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. They go to the ground. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. They have work in front of them on 3rd and short from the 42. Looking to pass. It's Garrison. Using the quick game. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36. The give to the tailback. Had to work to pick up 3 down to the 33-yard line. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Wants to go up top. Flushed out of the pocket. Got his man out of the backfield. Oh, he's got some space. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
And if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something.
Beck's going for the goal line. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Going to the running game. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down. The Longhorns are in the red zone. Wants to go up top on first down. The throw to the outside is complete. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive fourth-quarter comeback. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. Looking to fire. Now improvising. Looking for the score. And there are flags flying as the pass falls incomplete. We'll see who it's on. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty.
Got it.
Offense gets set for second down.
Here we go.
Scanning the field, it's Garrison. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. And the defense makes the tackle, but not before he gets down to the 2. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can pick up the first without scoring. Touchdown, Longhorns! That's the way you finish it. Give to the running back. Makes it past the marker. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Pulls it in. It's Rasmussen. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. The Longhorns can really attack on this second and short. Brought down at the 26-yard line after a pickup of 10 yards on the play, and it'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Under fire. With the catch, it's Rasmussen. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
Well, he was putting up big numbers coming into this one. We knew the quarterback was going to go his way early and often, and with that last catch, he's now got over 500 yards receiving on the year.
Now adjusting. Got enough space, and he rolls it. The give to the single back. And he'll pick up one. It brings up 2nd and 9. Went to the running game on first down. Now here they come again. To the air on second down. Catch in the middle, it's Rasmussen. And this defense's head is spinning. He gets it down to the 27.
I don't know if they're trying to get this guy Heisman consideration, but the fact that they're still throwing the ball at this point of the game with a lead like they have is surprising, I gotta be honest.
Breaks into the open. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a first and goal from the 10. And the Longhorns come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll dial up the run on first and goal. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. 2nd and goal coming up. Wants to throw. It's Garrison. Wide out trying to get it in. And with a hallelujah land. Smart move to keep it on the ground. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32. The Longhorns with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Back to pass. Oh, they're after him. He's got him in the flat. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. And the Longhorns really need to keep this drive alive on third down. Pocket breaking down. And he can't grab the bullet pass on third down.
And the offense comes up short on third down, but I tell you what, they've still had a good day. There's so many positives to point to. I'll be interested to see if they go for it here on fourth down. They don't have to. They got the lead.
Big tight end makes the grab. It's a first down. They'll make the stop, but that first down ought to ice him. They should be able to kneel this one out. Looking to throw on first down. Can't hold on. He had it right down the middle, and he flat dropped it. Working well behind the sticks on second down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Swings it out to his running back. Turning it on. Lowers that shoulder, delivers the blow. And they've reeled off 6 straight to start the season, undefeated. undefeated, bowl eligible, but when you have that kind of record, the possibilities seem limitless.
What a great way to start the season. The best way possible, right? Like 6-0, taking care of business, building momentum. This squad continues to climb up the ranks. They're getting better. They're getting more respect. 6-0 is the best start you could have, Palmer, but they're looking for more.
It's been really fun watching this team to get up to this point. So much talent. They've got great coaching, and I feel like they could keep that 0 in the loss column all season long if they keep playing the way they did today.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us.